What's up, guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing an overview of two of my AR15 builds. The one I have in front of me now is a 13.7 mid-length build. This was built on the Aero Precision M4E1 receiver set, stripped receiver set. I've got a Bravo company, I think they call it the B5. It's like the old Voltor stock length. It uses a rifle buffer. In an earlier video I mentioned it had a H2 with a spring coal. I was wrong about that. This is the one that uses the Voltor, I can't remember the name of them, the A5 buffers and a rifle spring, which helps smooth out the shooting. Using Bravo Company's gunfighter stock. This is the salt mod version. I actually prefer the slimmer version, and you'll see them on a lot of my guns going forward. Coming up from there, I got a BCM end plate QD sling adapter. Then I've got the Bravo Company gunfighter grip, the Mod 3. I use these on pretty much all my builds. I love this grip. I've used tons of grips over the years, and this is definitely my favorite. The trigger, I'll post it on the screen. I can't remember the name of it. It's the one with in the green cassette. Very good trigger, 3.5 pound trigger pull. And I'll show you that. Make sure the gun's clear. And see if you can see that. Nice short, crisp break, and then the reset is real short. I like a trigger with a real short reset for fast shooting. Okay, I'm running a Radian ambidextrous safety selector. Then I've got the Phase 5 battery assist device. And that's a Strike Industries magazine latch. I don't generally like using Strike Industries stuff on my guns, but it's hard to mess up a magazine latch. I just like the way it looked with this receiver set. You probably can't tell, but it's got a customized magazine button. I've also got a Strike Industries forward assist. They've got a different style forward assist that I thought looked good with this gun. I don't generally use Strike Industries stuff on my guns, but I made an exception for those parts. I'm running a Roscoe bolt carrier group and a Roscoe purebred 13.7 inch barrel. This the Roscoe bolts match well with their Roscoe barrels, and the accuracy you get out of them is definitely under a minute of angle accuracy out of this all day long. For optic, I'm running a Trigicana MRO. I got a BCM gunfighter rail. It's the M-Lock. I love these rails. They're super light, super slim. Oh, I've also got a Strike Industries takedown pins. They look good with this lower. This is a sling keeper from Lunar Concepts. I don't know the exact name of it, but Lunar Concepts sells them. Actually, you can buy these on Wiseman Company's website, and they're made by Lunar Concepts. This is just the strap off a SBA3 brace. I've explained before why I use those for cord keepers. And then emergency, you can use it as a makeshift tourniquet. Coming on up, I've got a BCM vertical grip that's not vertical, it's actually angled a little. I love them. I put them on all my guns. I reverse them. Seems like it helps me pull the gun into me. I just like the way they feel reversed like that. Then I've got a Surefire M600 dual fuel. This is the only dual fuel I've bought. If you'll notice, pretty much all my guns have Surefire weapon lights on them, and I just don't like the dual fuel for some reason. It doesn't seem like it holds charge for very long, and I just prefer the regular M600. Got a Cloud Defense LCS with Surefire UE07. I ain't sure what they call these. I'll post it on the screen. I know what they're called, it's just not coming to me right now. For backup sights, these are Midwest Industries combat sights. These are probably my favorite folding sights, and they're priced great. I've got Troy folding battle sights on some guns. I've got the Griffin folding sights. The Midwest Industries combat sight's definitely my favorite. Got the BCM QD, M-Lock QD slot. Front Midwest Industries combat sight. I've got Battle Arms Development low profile gas block. And then of course is on all my rifles, a Griffin taper mount. This is the Minimalist Stealth or something. I don't recall the exact name of it, but it's the longer one. That brings it out to a 16-inch overall length, and that's pinned and welded in place. So this barrel meets the 16-inch law. So there's that. This is my 13.7 build. You guys let me know down in the comments which one of these guns you like the best. I'm fixing to show you the 10-3. This is a great shooting gun here. Alright, let's take a look at the 10-3. I think this is the last AR build I did. I've been building ARs for, God, 14, 15 years. And been into them, way longer than that. But this was a Palmetto State stripped lower receiver. It's got the property of U.S. government on the side, but it's just a stripped Palmetto State lower. And I've got a Aero Precision stripped upper receiver. As long as your receivers are in spec, I could care less what name's on it, as long as they're in spec. Some companies have more of a habit of producing out of spec receivers than others, but it's pretty easy to tell when you get one that's out of spec. So far I've had good luck in getting good receivers. I try to buy from Aero Precision as much as possible. I love their receivers, but I do have a few Palmetto State Armory lower receivers. I bought a bunch back whenever they were like 40, 50 bucks a piece. Planning to just keep them laying around for a hard time. Of course, I've got a bad habit of, if I've got a detent laying around, you know, I've got to build out a gun. So I ended up building them all out, which is a big reason why I've got like 12, 13 ARs. But anyway, back to this build. I've got the BCM Gunfighter Mod 3 grip, of course. Love that grip. On this one for the stock, I've got the B5 SOP Mod stock. I like the BCM Gunfighter. That's probably my #1 favorite stock. SOP Mod's probably my #2. I can work with either one. I try to pick whichever one's going to look best with the gun I'm trying to build. I wasn't really trying to do a Mark 18 clone, but this is pretty close to a Mark 18 Mod 3. Only the Mod 3's got the M-lock slots on all sides. Alright, coming up from there, this is just a standard buffer tube. I've got a H3 buffer and blue Springco spring, buffer spring. And this gun shoots real smooth. You guys have seen it shoot. For the charging handle on this one, I'm using a BCM Gunfighter charging handle. This is their newer ones, not the old Voltor model, which I actually prefer the old Voltor model. And I don't know if I mentioned on the 13.7 build, I'm running a Radian Raptor charging handle in it. Those are definitely my favorite, but I can definitely do work with the BCM Gunfighter charging handles too. Even the newer models, I don't mind them. I just prefer the older Voltor models. Alright, I've got a BCM QD end plate on this build. Got the ArmaSpec ambidextrous safety selector. I like these ArmaSpec safety selectors. They cost pretty much the same as the Radians. I'd prefer a Radian, but they're very hard to find in stock a lot of times. So you can usually find these ArmaSpec ambidextrous safety selectors in stock. I've got a Geisley Super 3 gun, super dynamic trigger, and Magpul bad lever. I've got bad levers on all my guns. I started using them when they first came out and was the hotness, got used to using them, so I don't do without them anymore. They're easy to, they definitely speed up reloads and stuff. You can take the safety hazard out of it by not sticking your finger into the trigger guard when you use them. If you'll notice, they're contoured out on the bottom, on the end, and on the top. So you can actually activate it with just by sweeping your finger up and unlock the bolt by sweeping down. You never have to go in here to work it. Alright, and this one's got a bootleg bolt carrier group that's adjustable. Since this gun's shot 100% suppressed, it stays on the suppressor setting. It's got 4 different settings. Very nice bolt carrier group. If you're wanting to suppress an AR15, I highly recommend the bootleg bolt carrier group. I've also got the Midwest Industries combat sights on this build. For an optic, I've got a EOTech EXPS-2 or 2-0. And this piece here, this is just it holds one of those mesh nets to catch your casings. That's all that is. I've got the Geisley Mark 14 rail. This is a 9.3 inch rail. Real nice rail. I'd highly recommend this. They're very expensive, but that's a nice rail. Got the BCM Gunfighter vertical grip that's angled. Surefire. Actually, this is the Arisaka M600 light. I like the Arisaka lights. If you're looking for an alternative to a Surefire, check out the Arisaka. I've recently bought some mod lights into as well, but you know, they're very expensive. These Arisaka lights use Malkoff heads. Malkoff's been known for years, you know, to make a very good head. So, you know, highly recommend y'all check out Arisaka for a good weapon light. This one's got the SR07 tape switch. It's got the constant on and the momentary on. And yeah, my suppressor's stuck on at the moment, but I've got the Griffin. It's a Griffin taper mount. I'm not sure what it's called. I'll post it on the screen for you guys. But that's my 10.3 build. Pretty nice gun. Shoots real well with the bootleg bolt carrier group. And that's about all I can say about that one. It's laid out. You guys can see this 10.3 is not much longer with a suppressor on it than this 13.7 is without a suppressor. That's a 6-inch suppressor. So let me know down in the comments which one's your favorite. And I'll try to get some more overviews of some other builds I have. I always like watching people's build videos on YouTube. I like videos where people go over their guns, so I'll try to make some of that for you guys, showing you guys some of what I've got. Appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.